Hello, hello. This is Squirrely Girl Crafter. Third video coming up here now. This one's a tutorial. Bear with me, so I may get things kind of out of order, but eventually we will get the job done. Okay, so I just happen to love all of the pastel anything. So I thought I would make some decorations for my craft room. So first thing I did was purchase some Model Magic. This is the 8-ounce package. You can purchase this at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Walmart, Myers, and this particular larger bag comes in a white tub and has 4 of the 8-ounce packages. This clay is getting a little expensive. I think it's around $25 now for a 4-pack, which to me is a little high, but unfortunately it's hard to find it on sale anymore, and with Joann's and Hobby Lobby not using coupons much anymore. So what you want to do is you want to knead your clay, just kind of warm it up until it kind of stretches like this. So with your macaron, you can either paint it after you do it and after it dries, or go ahead and add some paint to your clay, which that's what I did. I thought that was easier. So what I did was, and I'm going to make a few different colors today. I have one here called Tropic Orange, and it's from Apple Barrel. You can get this paint at Walmart for 54 cents. 54 cents for this. So yeah, I think that's a really good buy. So what you're going to do is carefully, let's see if I make a mess, put a little bit into your clay. You can wear gloves if you want to with this. I'm just going to take my chances and go slow. I don't mind getting a little messy. We'll see how it goes here. So you just pull it through and knead it through your clay. You can see it changing the color. I thought this peachy color would go well with my other macarons. Kind of as you're kneading it through, the paint will come off your hands as well. Okay, so I am happy with that pastel color. If you wanted this darker, you would obviously just add a few more drops. Lighter, add a little less. You could put some white in. You do want to be careful and not add too much paint because your clay will become too wet. So, all right, so I'm going to take a pinch of this and I'm going to knead a little better. Roll it in my hands. So you can either, there's molds that you can get on AliExpress, the pink silicone molds. I don't have one handy to show you, but I just went ahead and used things around the house. So what I found to make my perfect macaron topper was this tool here. Not exactly sure what it is. I think it might be a pineapple core slicer, but see how it has the variegated edge there? So I thought that would make the points on my cookies. So this is what I'm going to use. So to make it not stick to my clay, I actually used a little bit of cornstarch. So you can also get a rolling pin or whatever you want, but I'm just going to improvise here. Since they're so small, I just did it this way. So I just rolled it out flat. You can use a marker, a pen, whatever you have handy. And I don't know if it made it prettier, but yes, I poured some sprinkles of glitter on my table and now my clay is picking it up. Okay, so, and also to not make it stick to the clay, depending on what instrument you use, it might stick, it might not. I'm just taking some cornstarch from Kroger's and I'm going to just, well, pour some in my lid, and then I'm going to dip that in there just so it has a little on the edge so it doesn't stick to my clay. So we're going to take it and we're going to push it down in nice and hard, and it would be easier obviously if you're working on a firmer surface. So that's what it comes off looking like. Just gonna very gently, so we don't ruin our shape, pull that out. And see how it has the little edge along? I just literally went like this and kind of pushed it in. You can do it as much as you want, little, least, whatever you would like. So we did that. Let's go ahead and roll. I'm not sure if I have enough here to roll another. Yes, I do actually. To roll the bottom. Gonna roll it into a ball again. Put it down on our surface. Roll it out. And you can make these as thick as you want or as thin as you want. As you can see, some of mine turned out differently. I didn't measure. I just kind of went with it. Okay, so we should still have enough cornstarch on our mold here. So we're going to push it through. Make sure you get all the way through. Pull it off. Excuse me. Then we're going to pull it again. And I've seen people do this with multiple different things. You can take and just actually pinch. So there's our other half of our cookie. And I saw someone actually just go like this. So we'll just flatten it down a little bit. She actually just went like this. And just kind of pinched all the way around, obviously doing it neater, and it looked okay. It was the same effect. So then we're going to take some of our white. We're going to roll it in a ball. And again, this can be double stuffed, mega stuffed, triple stuffed, or single stuffed. Kind of matching it up to the size. That's a little bit much for me, so I'm going to take some off. There we go. And I'm going to smush it down. Turn my cookie over. I'm going to put it right inside here. Trying to make sure all sides are even. So put that on there. Put your top on and you have a beautiful cookie. So on mine, I didn't do this, but I just found these tools that I had on my desk and I thought, you know, why couldn't we just do this? And it kind of looks more like a, look at that. Either side actually looks kind of neat. Gives both sides a different texture. And it's kind of flattening the cookie out a little flatter too, which I kind of like. Gives me a different size. So now we have this look. Pretty cute. So then next, I actually let mine dry first. But if you want to put glitter on them, here's some of the different glitters I used. I'm not sure if you can see it on here. This was this glitter. Has the bigger pops in it. This one, the purple, which I'll show you how I made this one in a minute, had the purple glitter on it. And this purple glitter is old. I'm not sure if you can find this anymore. This glitter, I actually purchased at Walmart recently. This was an old purchase as well. You can tell how old the tag is from Michael's. But any fine clear glitter will work. I also thought about putting some of these beads on here. These are from Hobby Lobby. Of course, I would have gotten them 50% off. They were $3.99. I thought about maybe putting some of these on the edges, so we might try that. I use this particular glue, but more than likely any glue will work. You're just beating a fine line, so it is nice to have more of a precision tip to go along the edge of your cookie. So, where's my pink glitter? So this is the pink glitter that I used, and it would have been on this one, the pink fine glitter. And then this particular cookie was this glitter. Not sure which one I like the best. I kind of like them all. So we are going to choose for ours. We're just going to use, we're going to try some of these on the peach. It doesn't match exactly perfectly, but we're going to try that. Get a bowl here to do it over. Whoops. So we're going to take our cookie and I'm going to run a fine line of glue just along the center. And you could glitter the outside, you could glitter the whole thing. I mean, the possibilities are just endless, just kind of whatever you want. Like I said, this could be a thicker cookie, you can make it a long cookie. Okay, so I have my glue around there. Let's just see. Oop. I can see me pulling this lid off and then popping all over the place. Okay, so we are going to take and put it over our bowl. Let's see if we got the glue thick enough to stick to any of this. And so as you can see now here, just from pushing on my cookie, I have distorted the shape a little bit. So you can wait until, wait until it's dry, and this would probably be a lot easier. But for video purposes, we're going to do it this way. Okay, so also just to fill in these little holes here, why don't we put some, we'll use the Walmart glitter to kind of fill in those other sparkly spots. Let's just sprinkle it all over. Wow, is that not adorable? And again, as you can see though, for me working with it, I've kind of took off my surface so I could kind of take my brush and go over it again, put them right back in. And I think that is absolutely adorable. And that should take about probably 24 hours to dry. Set him up here. And then I have one more to show you here. My long, I'm going to call it a wafer cookie. This long cookie, made the same way. We will start with our clay. Chunk of this, and again we're going to condition our clay. While I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and show you the tool that I used for that. This is actually a Wilton brownie cutter. Believe I picked it up at Walmart a while back. It's got the 3 holes for, you can take your sheet of brownies and, you know, cut them into slices basically. So that's what I used on there. So we're going to condition it up. I also did use the cornstarch on this as well, so it didn't make a mess. And I wanted it to not really stick to my cookie cutter. So I'm just going to dip, whoops, again, messy crafter. I'm going to tap this up in here a little bit. Okay. So condition our clay. And again, you can make this whatever color you want. I'm going to use, this one is Vivid Violet from Deco Art, and I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It says $1.99, but I would have gotten it on clearance. So we're just going to put one little drop inside there. And I kind of like to make it a bubble, you know, since I'm doing it with no gloves or anything. So to try not to touch the paint, and then just do it slowly. So far, so good. Usually I have a couple crazy crafting incidents, but it looks like we're good this time. Okay, so you can see the color coming through. Looks like it's going to make a beautiful purple. This one's taking a little longer to knead in. Okay. Okay, you get the point. For video purposes, I'm just gonna leave it this light lilac color. So I'm gonna kind of roll it out, get the bubbles out, smooth it out, take it and lay it on my surface. And again, you can use a rolling pin, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go with this since it's small and I'm only doing a couple. You can use a marker. I think I used a Crayola marker last time because it was close. Again, you can make this as thick or thin as you want. So let's see, we put the cornstarch on this end, so I'm going to poke that one out. Take off my excess. Whoop. And that one actually came out perfect. Okay, so we're going to pull the excess off there. Kind of tap it in around the edges. And again, let's use this and see what we can come up with. Now on this one, I used I don't know if you know the stuff that you put underneath your rugs to hold them down so they don't skid. I picked up some of that at the Dollar Tree, and I use that to kind of get that waffle look. This one I thought I'd try something different. So that looks different, almost a little more like a wafer. Okay, so then we take our, you know what, we're going to use up this peach color and see how it looks on the inside of there. So again, the same thing. Roll it out. Put it to match our, excuse me, I think it's lunchtime. Now on this one I did 2 circles and then put under there, but I think on this one I am going to try this again and see what it looks like. Pull off the excess. Tap in all your corners, or you could leave them undone, or you could actually pull them